Well, God bless you guys. This is Johnny here. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited that you were able to take some time out of your weekend to spend some time with me. I got a special guest that'll be joining us here later. As you might know, it's been an amazing week, but also a busy one. So I just wanted to go right into our worship portion of our videotional and then go from there. So we're going to sing a song by Elevation Worship called Give Me Faith. We'll sing verse 1, we'll go to the chorus, the bridge. We might even sing verse 1 again, so just kind of see where the Spirit leads us. But I hope you can join me. Let's sing it out. I knew it's soft in my heart, break me apart. I need you, pierce through the dark and cleanse every part of me. All I am, I surrender. Give me faith to trust what you say, that you're good, that your love is great.
Trust what you say, that you're good and your love is great. I'm broken inside, I give you my life. Oh, give me faith to trust what you say. Give you my life.
Just want to thank you so much again for joining me. Hope that you were blessed by today's song, Give Me Faith by Elevation Worship. to go right into things, as you can see, I have a very special guest here. I don't know if you're a guest anymore because you're in here a few times now. But she's special, not only because she's my wife, but as many of you know, we've had an amazing week. We had the birth of our baby, Saige, Jaylene Sierra. She's phenomenal. She's healthy. As you can see, we had her Tuesday. Mommy's here. She's here. So things have gone beyond our expectations, beyond what we could ever imagine. So I wanted to bring my wife in. I wanted her to talk a little bit about kind of the faith behind this entire process. She dealt with a lot more than I have, and I know that I've been very vocal about this entire process. But to hear it from her perspective, I think it's going to be quite a treat, because she's lived it. She knows exactly what it is. So, what is the topic? Faith. Faith is the topic today, and how it can be the anchor in your life, and how we need it consistently. Not even in the rough moments in our life, every moment of our life, we need faith to get us through. So without further ado, I just want to let my wife take the spot a little bit and share with you guys the process a little bit.
So of course, everyone who has listened to the series kind of knows like the background of how everything started, and how we weren't expecting to have a baby. That was not in our plans. We were having a lot of things that we were planning for 2016, and definitely me being pregnant was not one of them in 2016 or ever. But God has different plans for us. His plans are not our plans, and we just got to trust and believe that that He is in control of everything. So yeah, so during the pregnancy, you know, I like I said, I was diagnosed with something very rare disease in my last pregnancy, and because of that, they were paying very close attention to how I was with everything during this pregnancy, and every step closer, you know, I was kind of just taking account to anything in my body that would change, because I was the first one to detect the changes in my last pregnancy, and so I was the one that kind of knew when my body was acting a little off or something was quite not normal. And during every appointment, they would just tell me, "Man, you're doing good. Everything's normal. Everything's set." But always in the back of my head, you always think, "But what if? You know, what if this will happen tomorrow?" Because it's so, the acute fatty liver pregnancy is so acute that you can run blood work one day and the next day your liver's failing. So just the renewal of my mind every day during this pregnancy, and especially I would say the 21 days of fasting and prayer, really helped me continue to have faith in God and believe, you know, just the word that I was reading each and every day, and the stuff that I was, you know, the word that I was seeking through God, and just believing in the impossible, man. I know that He did it with me one time, and He was going to do it again. And so just constant Bible reading, constant prayer, and renewal of my mind each and every day. Like I said, it has to be a daily thing, because every day brought its own battle. There would be nights that I would be crying to Johnny and just wondering, what if this does happen, you know? And it's amazing, because I'll never forget having dinner maybe 2 weeks before me having Saige, and just telling Johnny, do you really think that this is my time, or do you really think I'm gonna live through this? Like, because again, it's the unknown, and that's the thing with faith, that you're trusting in the unknown. You're just believing, and you're putting your heart and faith into God, and He's like, well, if it is your time, are you ready? And so I started thinking, I was like, man, you know, and through this pregnancy, I was able to forgive 3 people in my life personally that has hurt me, but I would have never, you know, come to think of it, because just over time and over years, people hurt you, and you tend to like put it in the back burner, and you just kind of forget, and you keep on going. But then deep in your heart, you know that you've been hurt and you haven't forgave. And so it was all up until 2-3 weeks ago where I'm contacting people I haven't talked to for 5-6 years, and just letting them know that I forgive them, just that peace in my heart. And it's amazing to know what God can do through just a simple thing, through the unexpected. Through me being pregnant, I was able to forgive people that I had grudges for so many years. So again, having faith in God, it was, trusting to the end. Even in the part where we're about to deliver, this lady tells me 5 minutes before I had the surgery, she's the anesthesiologist, and she's like, the most worst day that I had here was when I delivered a girl with acute fatty liver pregnancy, and we couldn't save her. We tried bringing her back to life about 4 to 5 times, and she's telling me this 5 minutes before I go into delivery, and I'm just like looking at Johnny and talking about faith. I'm like, God, just help me through this. I'm like freaking out already. But he had his hand in everything, and I was able to experience pregnancy awake. I was able to hear my baby cry, and we just were given the opportunity that we felt we lost with the twins, that we kind of got robbed on. And God is faithful, man. God is a faithful God, and just having faith in him and believing again in the impossible. I felt like it was impossible for me to get pregnant ever again and for me to survive. That was just not how I viewed pregnancy, but God had different plans, and he is a God of miracles, and we trust and we believe in him each and every day. So I'm super thankful that I can be here today.
I didn't tell my wife this, but about a week before we had the baby Saige, I received a random message from this girl. I don't even know who she is, but she had like a disturbing dream about Jennifer and myself. And she spoke to me details about it. It didn't really have a relation to the pregnancy at all, but just the timing of it was a little bit, it just kind of sidetracked me a little bit on where we were grounded. And I remember calling Pastor, and I spoke to him, I gave him the details, and he reassured me. He reassured me that our faith is grounded in God, that nothing formed against us shall prosper. All the things that we need to be reaffirmed in our lives consistently, and that built up the level of faith that I needed to get through this with my wife. So faith will always win, guys. That's the main topic here today. Faith wins. Faith, what is faith? Hebrews 11:1 says it best. It says faith means being sure of the things we hope for and knowing that something is real even if we do not see it. We believe in it. We trust in it. We didn't know how my wife's outcome was going to be, but we trusted in the promise of God that if he's given us this baby, he will provide for our needs. My wife will be alive with me. My wife will be with me. We will raise these children together. And we will be provided in every aspect of our lives. Your situation might not be with children. It might be financially. It might be with your education. It might be with your marriage. It might be with your ministry. Whatever the case may be, you're going through something. You're going through that fork in the road. Many different things where one side of the road is so wide and so broad, so open, and so tempting to go through because you just want to give up and just let everything go. And the other side is so narrow, and it seems like, man, I have nothing. All the odds are against me going this way. But that is the way that God is asking us to go. To the way that says, I surrender fully my life, I surrender everything, and I let you do what needs to be done. Because at the end of the day, God wants to receive the glory in our lives. And if he cannot receive the glory at the end of the day, then I think you did too much. You involved yourself too much. You took things into your own hands. And that's what God does not want us to do. Because he can always outdo us and outdo our expectations if we let him, if our faith is strong in him. So today, it's small, it's short, but sweet, and we want to just thank everybody for their support and prayers.
Yes.
It's been phenomenal. Just the recovery process for my wife. She is just the strongest person that I have ever met in my life, both mentally and physically. I could not imagine going through something, a process again of something that the outcome was not great, you know. But that's the beauty again behind faith. It's like God will ask you to do something again, whether you didn't succeed the first time, He might ask you to do it again because He wants to show you that through Him He can succeed. So man, we're beyond humbled, beyond blessed. We want to show you our baby girl. She is here with us. If you haven't heard her already,
she is sleepyhead during the day, but last night not really.
Yesterday was our first day with 3 kids, so I am worn out. This is a first for us. We were hit right away with 2, so we know how to handle that. But here we are with a 3rd, and we're blessed, man. We are blessed. So it's just all making adjustments, you know. We'll ultimately make those adjustments and be able to cater to our kids perfectly. But she has been amazing. She does great. She doesn't complain. I'm just kidding.
She's the easy one out of the 3, actually. The other 2,
yeah, man. They've
gotten a little wild.
Yeah. So we wanted to treat you guys with just being able to take a look at her if you haven't already on Instagram and on Facebook.
Sleepyhead.
This is our baby.
This is Saige.
Saige, Jaylene, Sierra. You know, we were looking at the meaning of sage, and it means, one of the meanings is, it comes from a plant. Sage, as you know, is like a flavoring, but that comes from a plant, a herb that comes from a plant, but that plant actually brings healing. And I just felt that it was so fitting to have our baby girl be named this, just because she's brought healing to our lives. She's brought hope in understanding that God is faithful, that in Him nothing is impossible, and He has healed our minds, He has healed our hearts, and we just can't be more grateful for that. So this is our princess. I hope you can see her. She is knocked out.
She looks like Grandpa Sierra. Straight up Johnny and Johnny's dad.
Double chin. You got little dimples when she smiles.
Her fat dimples.
So yeah. So we're, you know, as you know, if you had children, they'll evolve and change into something, wherever God wants them to be. So we're excited, and we just ask you guys to continue to pray with us, to help, my wife fully recover and make sure she hits the ground running, in the next several months, as well as our princess. And for our twins too, believe it or not, they are embracing it very, very well. They love this girl like I've never seen it before, and it's such an amazing love that, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, not that I encourage you to have another one if you have kids, but yeah, it's a great thing to see. But this is our baby girl. So I hope you guys were blessed. Don't forget to just continue to follow through with me on YouTube, on my website, johnnysierra.net, as I'll continue to post up my daily devotionals along with some pictures and things of our princess and our full family. And follow me if you can on Instagram, on Facebook, and YouTube as well. And leave some comments if you need prayer and anything. We would love to unite with you and help you in whatever possible way that we can. So thank you again for supporting us, for praying for us, and for watching today. God bless you.
Bless.